Okay, let's proceed to the theoretical aspect of 2025 Waec mathematics solution. Okay, let's start with the first question. Given that the universal set equals to x such that 1 is less than x less than 20, where x is an integer, and p equals to x such that x is a multiple of 3, and q equals to x such that x is a prime number, where p and q are subsets of the universal set. Find a p intersection q prime, b p prime union q, c p union q prime. Okay, now please pay attention. We are given that the universal set equals to x such that 1 is less than x less than 20. Okay, now we are given another set p. Set p equals to x as well, x such that x is a multiples of 3. X is a multiples of 3. Okay, then we are given another set q. For set q we have x such that x is a prime number. Okay, prime number, where p and q are subsets of u of the universal set. Find, okay, we are asked to find p intersection q prime. Then the second question there is p intersection q, okay, p prime intersection q. Then the third question is p union q prime. Okay, these are the three questions that we are given under this first question. Now please pay attention. Before you can solve any of these questions, you first have to write out the element in the universal set, the element in the set p, and the element in the set q. Do you understand? Okay, let's start with the element in the universal set. You must know how to interpret what you have in this bracket. The universal set, listen. The universal set is, listen, 1 is less than x. 1 is less than x means that x is greater than 1. Are you getting it? So, and 1 is less than x simply means that x is greater than 1. Is that not it? And x is less than 20. X is less than 20 simply means that 20 is greater than x. So that means that the values of the universal set ranges from 2 to 19. You understand? Because we are given that 1 is less than x. That means that x is not equal to 1. So x starts from 2. Okay, I'm going to have the universal set which contains all these elements: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Okay, these are the elements inside the universal set. Do you understand? Okay, now look at the other set. P equals to x such that x is a multiples of 3. X is a multiple of 3 simply means that, okay, for set P now I'm going to have 3 times 1, that is 3, because x is a multiple of 3. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 6, 3 times 3 9, 3 times 4 that is 12, 3 times 5 that is 15, 3 times 6 that is 18, 3 times 7, 3 times 6 that is 18, 3 times 7 that is 21. But listen to me carefully, we cannot put 21, and the reason is simply because you know that we are given in the question that p and q are subsets of subset of the universal set. Are you getting it? So we cannot include 21 because even the universal set does not reach 21. Are you getting it? So the elements that is present in set P are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. Are you getting it? Okay, now for set Q, we have Q equals to x such that x is a prime number. What are prime number? Prime number are numbers that have only 2 factors, which is 1 and itself. Are you getting it? Now, between the range of 2 to 19, what are the prime number that we have? Okay, so I'm going to have Q. The element that is present in Q will include 2. 2 is a prime number, and the reason is simply because 2 is divisible by itself and 1 without remainder. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? 3 is also a prime number. 3 is a prime number because 3 is divisible by itself and 1 without remainder. If you divide 3 by any numbers, you are going to have a remainder. Are you getting it? For example, if you divide 3 by 2, you are going to have a remainder. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So that means that we have 2, 3. What of 4? 4 is not a prime number, and the reason is simply because if you divide 4 by 2, you are not going to have any remainder. Are you getting it? So we cannot put 4. What of 5? 5 is also a prime number because 5 is divisible by itself and 1 without remainder. Are you getting it? So we're going to have 5 here. What of 6? 6 cannot be regarded as 8. 7 is a prime number. 8 is not a prime number. What of 9? 9 is not a prime number. 10 is not a prime number. 11 is a prime number. We put it there. Then what of 12? 12 is not a prime number because 12 is divisible by 2. It is divisible by 4. It is divisible by 3, even without remainder. It is divisible by 6. Are you getting it? So now 11 is a prime number. 12 is not a prime number. What of 13? 13 is also a prime number. So put it there, 13. What of 14? 14 is not a prime number. 15 is not a prime number. 16 is not a prime number. 17 is a prime number. So you put it there. You put 17. What of 18? 18 is not a prime number because it is divisible by 3. Are you getting it? 18 divided by 3 will give us 6. Okay, so we cannot regard 18 as a prime number. Don't forget the definition of a prime number. They are numbers that is only divisible by itself and 1 without remainder. Are you getting it? So 18 cannot be regarded as a prime number. What of 19? 19 is a prime number. So we put it there, 19. So you can see that if you look at, please pay attention. If you look at the set P and Q, you will discover that all the elements that is present in set P are also included in the universal set. All the elements that are present in set Q are also present in the universal set. That is what is meant by PQ being the subset of the universal set. Are you getting it? So now, having since we have written the elements that is present in both set P and set Q, now we can now go back to the question. We are asked to find P intersection Q prime. Okay, before we can find P intersection Q prime, we need to determine Q prime. You understand? You see, this sign that you see here is known as prime. Are you getting it? And the meaning is simply the elements that are present in the universal set that are not present in set Q. Do you understand? Listen to me carefully. Q prime is this. They are the elements that are present in the universal set but are not present in set Q. Are you getting it? So that means that if I want to get Q prime for the element that are present there is that I'm going to do it like this. 2 is present in set Q, so I'm not going to include it. 3 is present in the universal set, but is also present in set Q. I'm not going to include it. 4 is present in the universal set. It is not present in set Q, so I'm going to put 4. Listen to me carefully. Q prime are the elements that are present in the universal set but are not in the set Q. Do you understand? Okay, so I need Q prime. You will discover that 2 is present in the universal set, but it is not present in set Q. 2 is present in the universal set, but it is also present in set Q. So I'm not going to put it there because the element that I need as Q prime, they are the set of values that are present in the universal set but are not present in set Q. Do you understand? So 2 cannot be included because it is also found in the universal set. 3 cannot be included because it's also present here. 4 can be included. 4 is part because 4 is present in the universal set and it is not part of set Q. Do you understand? 5 cannot be included. 6, we can put 6 because 6 is not part. What of 7? We cannot put 7. We have 8. We have 9. We have 10. 11. We are not going to include it. We have 12. We have 14. Then we have 15. We have 16. 17. No. 18. We have 18 as well. Okay. So Q prime, these are the elements that are present in the universal set but are not part of set Q. You can check. 4 is present here, not present here. 6 present here, is not present here. 8 and others like that. Okay, so these are the Q prime. Now, having gotten Q prime, we can now look for P intersection Q prime. Don't forget, I'm still on question A. Okay, P intersection Q prime. P intersection Q prime. That will be. Do you know the meaning of intersection? Intersection simply means the element that are common to both sets. Are you getting it? Intersection of a set means the elements that are common to both set P and set Q. So what are the elements that are the elements that are common to both set P and set Q prime? Do you understand? These elements that are in set Q prime are these. Are you getting it? So I need the element that is common to set P and set Q prime. Look at this. P is here and we have Q prime here. P intersection Q prime will be elements that are common to this set and this set. Do you understand? Okay, let us start. 3 is not common. 6 is common. So you put 6. Okay, 6. What of 9? 9 is common. So you put 9. Okay, because you see 9 is present here, 9 is also present here. What of 12? 12 is common, so you put 12. What of 15? 15 is common, so you put 15. What of 18? 18 is common to both sets, so you put 18. So P intersection Q prime is 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. Do you understand? Intersection deals with the elements common to two sets. You understand? So you will realize that we cannot find P intersection Q prime without looking for Q prime. That is why I take time to explain what is meant by Q prime. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? And you know, in some textbook or in some resources, you will discover that they didn't use prime. They use complement. You understand? It doesn't matter. Okay? It still means the same thing. So whether complement or prime, you are still going to arrive at the same answer. Just know that anytime you have maybe an apostrophe or this kind of sign on the top of any set, all you have to do is that just look for the elements that are present in the universal set that are not present in the set that I'm looking for. You see, you will discover that we cannot find P intersection Q prime without looking for Q prime. You understand? So that is why I first look for Q prime. You see, this sign that I call prime is also known as complement. You understand? But whether complement or prime, this also means the same thing. I get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we are done with the first one. Let us proceed to the second one. P prime intersection Q, or P complement intersection Q. Okay. P complement intersection Q. P complement intersection Q. Now, listen to me. We cannot find P complement intersection Q without looking for P complement. So, the first step is that you have to look for P complement. So, let us find P complement. P complement will be the elements that are present in the universal set but are not in set P. Do you understand? Okay? So, these are the elements in set P. What are the elements that are present in the universal set that are not present in set P? We have 2. We have 4. Are you getting it? 2 is present here, it is not present here. 4 is present here, it is not present here. 3 is present here and it's also present here. So I'm not going to include 3. Do you understand? Okay, 4 is present here, it's not present here. What of 5? 5 is present, but it's not present in set P. What of 6? 6 is present in universal set, but it's not present in, it's also present in set P, so I'm not going to include it. What of 7? We are going to include 7. 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16, then we have 17, 19. These are P prime or P complement. Are you getting it? So having gotten P complement, we cannot proceed to find P complement intersection Q complement. Okay, P complement, let me just put it here. P complement intersection Q. Oh, sorry. P complement intersection Q. Okay, so we're going to have this P complement. Are you getting it? Please pay attention. It's simple. Okay, this is P complement. The intersection of this element of the element that are present here and Q, that is what we are looking for. And I told you that intersection refers to the elements that are common to both sets. Are you getting it? So what are the elements that are common to this set and this? You can see that 2 is common, so I'm going to include 2. 2 is part of it. 2 is common here, and it's also common here. What of 3? 3 is not common, so I'm not going to put it. What of 4? 4 is not common. 5 is common. After 5, what of 7? 7 is common to them. What of 8? 8 is not common. What of 10? 10 is not present here. It is present here. We are not going to include it. What of 11? 11 is present in both sets, so I'm going to have 11. What of 13? 13 is present in both sets, so I'm going to have 13 as well. What of 17? 17 is present here, is not present here, so I'm not going to include it. 14 is present here, is not present here. I'm not going to include it. Okay. What of 16? 16 is not common. 17, oh, 17 is common. So let us put it 17. Okay. What of 19? 19 is also common. So P complement intersection Q are 2, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. Okay. The next question under that question is this: P complement union Q. That is C. P complement union Q. Don't forget that I told you that this sign that you see here, which is complement, is also the same thing as prime. You understand? You can call it prime or complement. So now, for this, P complement is this. You understand? So we want to take the union of this, the element that is here, and the element of Q. Do you understand? Okay, the union simply means that writing all the elements that is present in this set and this set without a repetition. You understand? If we have an element that is present in both sets, we are going to take one. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So let us proceed. P prime, we have 2. 2 is also present here, so we are going to have 2. Okay, we have 4. Okay, another one. We have 3. 3 comes before 4. You understand? We have 3, but 3 is not present here, so we are going to write it. Don't forget, listing out all the elements in both sets without repetition is what we call the union of a set. Are you getting it? Writing out the elements in both sets without repetition is what we call the union of a set. So whether the elements are common or not, we're going to list out all the elements, and eventually if the element that is present in both sets, if we have an element or a number that is present in both sets, we are going to take one. Do you understand? Okay, that is what we call the union of a set. Okay, so we have 3. After 3, we have 4 here, so let's include 4. After 4, do we have 5? Okay, 5 is present in Q, so 5 is also present here, so we are going to take 1. So 5. After 5, do we have 6? There is no 6. Okay, we have 7 in both sets, so we just put 7. Just put 1 7. We have 8 here, but 8 is not present here, so you put 8 as well. Okay, because union of a set simply means listing out all the elements that is present in both sets without a repetition. Okay, so this is 8 as well. After 8, what do we have? We have 10. Okay, put 10. We have 11. We have 13. We have 14. We have 16. Okay, 16. We have 17. We have 19. Okay, so this is P complement union Q. So we are done with this question. We are done with this. We are done with this. Okay, let's look at the fourth one. Okay, the fourth one says we should find P union Q complement. P union Q complement. Okay, now look at this. Before we can find P union Q complement, we first have to find P union Q. You understand? And I told you that the union of a set refers to the listing. You have to list out all the elements that is present in both sets without repetition. You understand? So to get P union Q complement, the first thing is that we have to first find P union Q. Okay? So let's get P union Q. That is the P union Q. Okay, this is P and this is Q. So we have to list out all the elements that is present in both sets without repetition, right? So let's start with 2. We're going to have 2 here, followed by 3. Okay, then followed by 6. Okay, followed by 5 because we have 5 here. 5, followed by 6. We have 7. After 7, we have 9. Then after 9, we have 11. Then 12. 13, 14 is not present in any. So let's put 15. After 15, there is no 16. Okay, put 17 because 17 is present here. After 17, we have 18, then 19. Okay, so this is P union Q. Okay, now let us find P union Q complement. P union Q complement. P union Q complement. Okay, you can see that the complement is outside the bracket. You understand? So therefore you have to pay attention to the parentheses. Okay, so now this is P union Q. P union Q complement refers to the elements that are inside the universal set that is not present in the union of P and Q. Do you understand? Like the elements that are present in the universal set but are not present in the union of P and Q. So what are those elements? 2 is present, so we are not going to include 2. 3 is present, we are not going to include 3. 4 is not present here, so we are going to put 4. 4, okay. 5 is present, we are not going to include 5. 6 is present. 7, okay. 8 is not present, so we are going to put 8, okay. Do you understand what I'm doing? Listen to me carefully. P union Q is this. P union Q complement refers to the elements that are present in the universal set. The universal set is the superset of all the sets that we have here. Are you getting it? So the elements that are present in the universal set that are not present in set Q is known as P, and that are not present in the union of P and Q is known as P union Q complement. Do you understand? And if you check very well, you will discover that 4 is not present here. So we are going to include 4. 4 is not present here, but 4 is present in the universal set. Okay, so we are going to put 4. After 4, we have 8. Okay, after 8, 9, 10 is not present, so we put 10. After that, 11 is present, 12, 13. Okay, we put 14, 16. 16, after 16, okay, these are all the elements that we have in the P union Q complement. 4, 8, 10, 14, and 16. Okay, if you check those elements in the universal set, you will discover that they are present in the universal set, but they are not present in the union of P and Q. That is what we mean by complement. Okay, the complement of a set refers to the elements that are present in the universal set but are not present in the given set. Are you getting it? That is the complement of that set. Okay, so we are done with the first question. So I'm very sure you understand the solution now. If you don't understand, you can call my attention. Okay, so let us proceed to the next question. The product of the ages of Adu and Sanko is 9 less than Akofa's age. If Tanko is 4 years older than Adu and Akofa's age is 6 times Tanko age, find Akofa's age. Okay, this question is coming from a topic known as word problem. Are you getting it? So the first step is that you have to interpret the question. Yeah, are you getting it? Like, you have to interpret the question into equation. So let's proceed. The product of the ages of Adu and Tanko is 9 less than Akofa's age. Let Adu's age be A. Okay, let Adu's age, that is question 2. Let Adu's age, let it be A, and let Tanko age, let Tanko age be T, and let Akofa's age, we represent it as letter. Okay, let Akofa's age, let it be K. You understand? Okay, now from the first statement, please pay attention. From the first statement, the product of the ages of Adu and Tanko, that is A multiplied by T. Are you getting it? The product of the ages of Adu and Tanko is 9 less than Akofa's age. That is, the product of the ages of these two is equals to Akofa's age minus 9. Do you get it? So that's it. That's the interpretation of the first statement. Okay, the first statement is here. The product of the ages of Adu and Tanko is 9 less than Akofa's age. Now, if Tanko is 4 years older than Adu, and Akofa's age is 6 times Tanko age. Tanko, the second statement, Tanko is 4 years older than Adu, and Adu's age is what? A. So Tanko's age is equals to A plus 4. Do you understand? Okay. Now, and Akofa's age is 6 times Tanko's age. Okay. Akofa's age, K, equals to 6 times Tanko's age. You can see the interpretation. Now, we are asked to find Akofa's age. Okay. That is the question. We are looking for the value of K. You know that I've already said, let us represent Akofa's age as K. You understand? So we are looking for the value of K. How do we get the value of K? From the information that we are given. Okay, let's start. A times T is what? AT, right? So AT equals to K minus 9, right? Yes. And T equals to what? A plus 4. K equals to 6T. Okay, so we have these three equations: equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. Don't forget the goals. The goals is to find Akofa's age. But before we can get Akofa's age, there are some things that I would like you to know. Okay, the first step in solving this question is that make A the subject of the formula in equation 2. Okay, now make A the subject of the formula in equation 2. The reason is simply because if I can get the value of A from equation 2, A is present in equation 1. Are you getting it? I can easily substitute the value of A as, okay, let's go. Make A the subject of the formula in this equation. T equals to A plus 4. Okay, what will be the value of A? A will be equals to T minus 4, right? Okay, now substitute the value of A equals to T minus 4 into equation 1. Equation 1 is what? AT equals to K minus 9. Please just follow this carefully. You are going to understand. The first step in solving that question is that we have to interpret the question, and then having interpreted the question, we got this equation. Okay, then I call this one equation 1, I call this equation 2, I call this equation 3. Then having done that, I make A the subject of the formula in equation 2. And the reason for doing that is because I want to substitute the value of A as T minus 4 into equation 1. Are you getting it? Okay, so if I substitute the value of A as T minus 4 into equation 1, I'm going to have T minus 4 multiplied by T. Please pay attention. T minus 4 multiplied by T equals to k minus 9, right? Yes. Okay. Having gotten to this point, the next step is that, don't forget that from equation 3, k is what? 60. So the next step is that you have to substitute equation 3 into equation 1. Okay? We have k minus 9 in this place. And k is what? 60 in equation 3. So I'm going to substitute the value of k as 60 into equation 1. So equation 1 becomes, okay, let's open the bracket. T times t is what? T squared. T squared. T times negative 40, that is what? Negative 4t. I mean, t times negative 4, that is negative 40, okay? Equals to k. Now, instead of k here, I'm going to replace it as what? 60, okay? So I'm going to have equals to 60 minus 9. Now, having gotten to this point, we only have a single variable, and that is t. So we can solve for the value of t. If you know the value of t, we can easily get the value of Akofa's age. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Okay, to get the value of t, what kind of equation do we have here? It is a quadratic equation. Okay, so please, I want you to pay attention. We have t squared equals to 40, okay, t squared minus 40 equals to 60 minus 9, okay? T squared minus 40 minus 60 plus 9 equals to 0, okay? T squared minus 10t plus 9 equals to 0, okay? Now look at this. We have a quadratic equation. We can solve this using factorization method, the formula method, or completing the squared, depending on you. Okay, let's solve this using factorization method. What can we add together that is going to give us minus 10t? And if we take the product, we're going to have 9t squared. What are the two numbers that we can take the product together that we're going to have 9t squared? And if you add these numbers together, we're going to have minus 10t. Okay, that is minus 9t and minus t, or minus 1t. Okay, minus 90 times minus t, that is what? That will give us 90 squared, right? And minus 90 plus minus t, we can try it. Minus 90 times minus t, that is what? 9t squared, you can see. And minus 90 plus minus t, that was minus 90 minus t, right? Equals to what? Minus 10t. You can see that the sum of the two numbers give us minus 10t, and the product give us 90 squared. Do you understand? By the way, if you miss our class on quadratic equation, you can always visit this channel to watch it. Okay, so let's proceed. The next step is that we have to replace this negative 10t as the two numbers, like as the two parameters that we got. So I'm going to have minus 90 minus t plus 9 equals to 0, okay? I replace this negative 10t as minus 90 minus t, okay? So here I'm going to have, please pay attention. What is common to, okay, separate the two equations. What is common to both t squared and minus 90? That is t. T into bracket t minus 9, yes. And then, what is common to both minus t and plus 9? That is what? Minus 1, okay? Minus 1 into bracket t minus 9 equals to 0, okay? So, because I have the same elements in the bracket, we're going to take 1. I'm going to have t minus 1 equals to 0, and then t minus 9 equals to 0, okay? Please pay attention. For this, I'm going to have t equals to 1 or t equals to 9. So we have two values for t. Which of the values are we going to choose for Tanko's age? Well, that depends on some things. Please pay attention. You know that when we make A the subject of the formula in this equation, A is for adults, right? Yes. I'm showing you, if you come across this kind of question in the exam, the best way to know the values to choose is this. You know, A equals to t minus 4. Now, If you substitute the value of t as 1 in this equation, you're going to have a equals to 1 minus 4, and that will give you negative 3. And Adu's age cannot be negative 3. Do you understand? But if you choose t equals to 9, if you substitute the value of t as 9, we're going to have a equals to 9 minus 4. That is 5, right? So that means the right value to choose is t equals to 9. The Tanko's age is 9 years. Do you understand? Okay, so I've already given you the reason why we cannot choose 1. If you choose 1, if you substitute the value of 1 into this equation, Adu's age will be negative, and that is not possible. Okay, so Tanko's age is 9. Now, having gotten the value of Tanko's age, you can easily get the the age of Akofas by substituting the value of t as 9 in this equation. Do you understand? Okay, since Akofas age, which is k, equals to what? 60, right? According to this equation. So Akofas age equals to 6 times 9, right? So the age so 6 times 9 is what? 54. Okay, so Akofas age is 54 years. Do you understand? And if you have to determine Adu's age as well, just substitute the value of t as 9 in this place. Okay, so that will give you the answer. I'm very sure you understand the question. To get Adu's age will what? 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 will give us what? 5, right? So Adu's age is 5. That is if you are asked to get it. So we are done with that question. Let's proceed to the next question. A company installs solar panels in its premises to reduce its electricity cost. The monthly savings on electricity is in dollar, and the equation is modeled by, please pay attention. A company installs solar panels in its premises to reduce its electricity cost. The monthly savings on electricity in dollar is modeled by S equals to 200 plus 5x minus 2x squared, where x is the numbers of months after installation. At what time will the savings on electricity stop increasing? Find the minimum savings. Okay, you can solve this question using two methods. Okay, please pay attention. That is question 3. We have let's write out the model. The model is S equals to 200 plus 50x minus 2x squared. This is the model, right? Okay, let's start with the first question. The first question is that we are to find the time that the saving on electricity will stop increasing. Okay, to get the time which the savings of electricity will stop increasing, we need to find the vertex of the parabola. Okay, please pay attention. It's simple. Just pay attention. Okay, you can solve this in using two methods. Okay, you can solve it using differential calculus, and you can also solve it using this method. I'm going to show you both methods. Okay, just pay attention. Now, to find the savings, to find when the savings will stop increasing, we need to find the vertex of the parabola. To get the vertex of the parabola, we are going to use this formula: x equals to minus b over 2a. Okay, now look at the quadratic equation that we are given. Okay, a typical quadratic equation is represented as this: ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so in this case, a is the coefficient of x squared, and the coefficient of x squared in this equation is what? Minus 2. So a is what? Minus 2, right? And if you look at the equation here, b is what? B is the coefficient of x, and the coefficient of x in this equation is what? Plus 50. So b equals to 50, right? And c is the constant term, that term that doesn't have any variable attached to it. Okay, so to get the vertex of the parabola, x equals to minus, now look at this, b is what? 50, right? So I'm going to have minus 50 all over 2 multiplied by a. A is what? Minus 2. Okay, let us proceed. minus 50 all over 2 times minus 2. I'm going to have x equals to minus 50 all over minus 4, right? Okay. Negative 50 divided by negative 4, that is what? 12.5. So x equals to 12.4. Do you understand? Now, don't forget that x represents the numbers of months, right? So the savings will stop increasing after 12 months. 12.5 months. Sorry, this should be 5. The saving will stop increasing after 12.5 months. Okay? The savings will stop increasing after 12.5 months. Don't forget, in the question we are given that x represents the months. Do you get it? And another way to solve this question, for question 1 now, another way to solve it is using differential calculus. Okay? In differential calculus, there is something called stationary point. Are you getting it? The stationary point is a point whereby the curve, the first derivative of a function is equal to 0. That is, the function is not changing. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So we are given that s equals to 200 plus 50x minus 2x squared. At stationary point, the first derivative of a function is equal to 0. So to find the stationary point of this function, I'm going to have the s all over the x. The s all over the x will be equals to, if you differentiate a constant, you're going to have 0. Okay? If you differentiate 50x, you're going to have 50. And if you differentiate negative 2x squared, you're going to have negative 4x. Do you get it? Okay? Now, having found the stationary point, set the derivative equals to 0. Don't forget, I told you, as stationary point, the s all over the x, must be equals to 0. So the s over the x is this. So I'm going to have 50 minus 4x equals to 0. To get the value of x, what do? Minus 4x equals to what? Minus 4x equals to minus 50, right? Because if this 50 cross the equals to sign, the positive sign is going to change to negative sign. So to get the value of x, you have to divide both sides by what? Negative 4. So I'm going to have this over negative 4 and this over negative 4. Hence, the value of x is what? 12.5. And since s represents the months, so that means that the savings on electricity will stop increasing at 12.5 months. Okay, so you can use differential calculus and you can also make use of this method. Okay, the vertex of the parabola is the maximum. Like, if you plot a quadratic graph, this it's like a concave. Are you getting it? So the vertex of the parabola is this, and at the vertex of the parabola there is no changes in the position of the curve. Okay, so that is the solution to that question. That's the first question. Now, to get the second question states we should we should find the maximum savings. Okay, to get the maximum savings, all you have to do now is that just plot the value of x into this equation. Okay, that's what you're asked to do. Plot the value of x into the original equation. The original equation is this: s equals to 200 plus 50x minus 2x squared, right? Okay, now when x is 12.5, I'm going to have s equals to 200 plus 50 multiplied by 12.5 minus 2 multiplied by 12.5 squared. Do you get it? Okay, s equals to 200 plus, now 50 times 12.5, that is 625. 625 minus, minus 2 multiplied by 12.5 squared is what? 3. Okay, 12.5 squared is 156.25. 156.25. Okay, so s equals to 200 plus 625 minus 2 times 156.25, that is 312.5. 312 minus 312.5, right? Okay, s is equals to 512, because if you add this to this, you're going to have 825, right? 825 minus 312.5, that is 512.5. Okay, 512.5. Okay, so the savings will stop increasing when S equals to $512. You know that S is in dollar, right? So $512.5. Okay, so the savings will stop increasing when S equals to $512.5. Do you understand? Okay, you see the concept of calculus is an important concept, especially those aspects that deals with optimization. So if you are preparing for Waec exam, you might want to focus on this aspect. Okay, finding the derivative of a function to determine its critical point. Okay, using the second derivative to confirm whether a critical point is maximum or minimum. And you might also want to focus on the how to apply calculus to find the maximum or minimum value of a function, just like we did in the other time. We make use of stationary point, and having gotten the stationary point of the function, we find the value of x by setting the derivative equals to 0. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. The diagram shows a tower TR and an observer at O. Line OR is 84 meters, and the angle of elevation of the top of the tower T from O is 57 degrees. The angle of elevation is this 57 degrees. Okay, calculate correct three significant figures. The height of the tower. Okay, the observer at O moved away from the tower in the same straight line until the angle of elevation of T is 49 degrees. Find correct to two decimal places how far the observer moved backward. Okay, please kindly pay attention. Let us start with the first question. Okay, please pay attention. I'm very sure you are well familiar with trigonometry. Okay, so because we're going to use our basic knowledge in trigonometry to find the height. Don't forget the first question. The first question is that we are asked to calculate the height of the tower. You see, this is the height of the tower. Okay, so to get the height of the tower, what are we required to do? Don't forget that in trigonometry, the side that faces the angle that we are considering is what? Is the opposite side, right? And the side that faces the, please pay attention, the side that faces the angle 90 degrees is the hypotenuse side, and the other side is the adjacent. Do you understand? Okay, so to get the opposite, what are we required to do? We have been given the adjacent as 84 centimeter. The adjacent is what? 84 meter, and the opposite is what we are looking for. And we know that the angle, the theta, has been given as what? 57 degrees. Now, based on this mnemonic device, SOHCAHTOA, what are we going to use that combines both adjacent and opposite? What trigonometry identity, what trigonometry ratio combine both adjacent and opposite? Okay, you know that sine of an angle, sine is what? Opposite over hypotenuse. So we cannot make use of sine, right? Yes. What of cos? Cos is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse, right? And tan is what? Opposite over adjacent. So we cannot make use of cos, we cannot make use of sine, because we are given the adjacent and we are looking for the opposite. So the right trigonometric ratio to use is the tan theta. Do you understand? Okay, so let us proceed. To get the opposite, which is the height of the tower, tan theta will be equals to opposite. The opposite is what? We don't know it. So let us represent it as a letter. Let's use x. X over adjacent. Adjacent has been given as 84. So I'm going to have 84. So x equals to 84 tan theta. Theta is what? 57 degrees. So 84 times 57 degrees. Do you understand? Okay. tan 57 degree, please pay attention. Tan 57 degree will give us 1.539. So I'm going to have x is equals to 84 multiplied by 1.5399. Okay, 84 times 84 times 1.5399, that is 129.3516. 129.3516. Okay, don't forget that we are asked to approximate to three significant figures. So the height of the tower to three significant figures will be what? 129 meter. Okay, so the height of the tower, which is x, is what? 129 meter. So that is the value of the height of the tower. Now let us get the let's proceed to the next question. The next question, we are told that the observer at O, this is where the observer is before. Listen to me carefully. This is where the observer is before. Now we are told that the observer as O moved away from the tower in the same straight line until the angles of elevation of T is 49 degrees. So the observer at O, he moved backward until the angle of elevation is 49 degrees. So he moved from this point to this point. Okay, so O will be here now until the angle of elevation is 49 degrees. That is, the angle here now is 49 degrees. Okay, so let us proceed. You see, let me tell you, in dealing with angles of elevation and depression question, like, you have to know how to interpret. Okay, this is where the observer is before. Now, because the observer moved in a straight line until the angle of elevation becomes 49 degrees, he moved backwards. So this is where the observer is now. Okay, now we are asked to calculate, correct to 2 decimal places, how far the observer moved backward. Do you know what we are looking for now? This is the distance that we are looking for, the shortest distance here. That is what we are looking for. Okay, you see, this 84 meter is the distance between this point and this point. Now we are now asked to calculate the distance between this point and this point. Okay, now how do we do that? To get the shortest distance, to get the distance between this point and this point, we are still going to make use of trigonometric ratio. Are you getting it? Now the angles of please pay attention. The angles of elevation now is what? 49 degrees. So let us represent the distance between this point and this point as y. Do you get it? So we know that the opposite now is what? 129. 129.35. 129.3516. Okay, 129.3516. That is the opposite side, or the height of the tower. Now, to get the value of y, we are still going to make use of tan. You understand? Okay, but the angle of elevation now is now 49 degrees. We are not going to make use of 57 now. We are going to make use of 49. So I'm going to have tan theta is still equals to opposite over what? Over adjacent. Okay, now tan theta is opposite over adjacent. The opposite is what? 129.3516. So I'm going to have tan 49 degree. Don't forget that the angles of elevation now is what? 49 degree. It is no longer 57 degree. Okay, so tan 49 degree equals to opposite. The opposite is 129.3516. The reason why I don't want to make use of the approximated value is because I don't want my answer to be affected. You understand? So I make use of the unapproximated value of the height. Are you getting it? Which is the opposite. So I have 129.3516 all over the adjacent. The adjacent now is this. Do you understand? The adjacent side, the adjacent now is RO. Okay, please pay attention. Listen. The distance from this point to this point is what? 84 meter. So I'm going to have 84 meter plus y. The total length from this point to this point is now the adjacent. Do you understand? So the distance from this point to this point is 84 meter plus y. Don't forget that the goal is to determine the value of y, as y is the distance between this place and this place, and that is what we are looking for. Do you get it? Okay, so for this I'm going to have all over 84 plus y. Now let us proceed. The next step is that you have to take the cross product, or let us first determine the value of tan 49 degree. Take the cross product. I'm going to have 84 plus y multiplied by tan 49 degree is equals to 129.3516. okay, tan 49 degree is what? 1.1504. So I'm going to have 84 plus y multiplied by 1.1504 equals to 129.3516. okay, well, divide both sides by 1.1504. This over 1.1504 and this over 1.1504. I'm going to have 84 plus y equals to 129.35 divided by 129.3516 divided by 1.1504. That is 112.4405. 112.4405. okay, now don't forget the goal is to find the value of y. Okay, so to get the value of y you have to collect like times or make y the subject of the formula. I'm going to have 112.4405 minus 84, right? Okay, so y equals to 112.4405 minus 84. That is 28.44 or 28.441. So the value of y equals to 28.44 to 2 decimal place, because we are asked to leave our answer in 2 decimal place. That is 28.44. Now that means that the shortest distance between this point is what? 28.44 meter. Do you understand? Okay, you can see how we solve the question. We are given the diagram in the first place. We are asked to calculate the height of the tower. We make use of the trigonometric ratio, which is tan. Having gotten the height of the tower as 129 meter, we are told that the observer moved in the same straight line, and then the angle of elevation becomes 49 degrees. Now we are asked to calculate the distance which it moved, and then to get the distance, we are still going to make use of the trigonometric ratio. Are you getting it? Now, because we are looking for the adjacent, from our previous calculation, we've already determined the height of the tower, which is the opposite. So we still make use of the trigonometric ratio, which is tan theta. And tan theta is what? Opposite over adjacent. The opposite side is 129.3516. okay, and I told you that I make use of the unapproximated figure because I don't want my answer to be affected. Do you get it? So having the I set tan 49 equals to this over this, then I get the value of y. Okay, so that is the solution to that question. If you have any question, let me know. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. The data represents the score obtained by 9 applicants in an interview arranged in ascending order. We have 3x plus 2, 22, 4x minus 2, 23, 25, 5x minus 4, 29, 29, and x squared minus 7. Given that the range is 9, find the value of x, the mean mark of the applicants. And then the 5b says we should find if 4 applicants who obtained the highest score were selected, determine the pass mark. That is for 5b. If 4 of the applicants who obtained the highest score were selected, determine the pass mark. Now, this question is coming from a topic known as statistics. Okay, we are given that the data represents the score obtained by 9 applicants. So total numbers of applicants. Numbers of applicants is 9. Do you understand? Okay, and these numbers are arranged in ascending order. Okay, the data is arranged in an ascending order. That means that the lowest is what? 3x plus 2. Do you get it? And followed by 22, followed by 4x minus 2, followed by 23, followed by 25, followed by 5x minus 4, followed by 29. Okay, then after 29 we have another 29 and x squared minus 7. Okay, now pay attention. We are asked to find the value of x, but before we can get the value of x, we are given an important information in that question. What is that information? We are given that the range is 9. Okay, so since we know that the range is 9, in measures of dispersion, range is the difference between the highest score and the lowest score. Are you getting it? So if I want to calculate the range is the difference between the highest score or the maximum. You understand? The maximum score, maximum minus the minimum. You understand? That is the range. Are you getting it? So in that case, we are given that the range is 9. So 9 equals to, now don't forget that in the question we have been told that the scores obtained by the applicants are arranged in ascending order. In ascending order simply means in order of increment. Okay, that means that this is the lowest score while this is the highest score. And since range is what? Maximum score minus the minimum score, or the highest score minus the lowest score. That will be what? X squared minus 7 minus 3x plus 2. Okay, x squared minus 7 minus 3x plus 2. So I'm going to have 9 equals to x squared minus 7 minus 3x minus 2, because the negative sign is going to affect both 3x and negative 2. Do you understand? Okay, having gotten to this point, the next step is that you have to take this 9 to the other side of the equation. So we're going to have x squared minus 7 minus 7 minus 2 is what? Minus 9, right? Minus 9. Please pay attention. Minus 7 minus 2 minus 9 equals to 9, right? So I'm going to have x squared minus 3x minus 9 equals to 0, because if this 9 crosses the equals to sign, the positive sign is going to change to negative. Do you get it? Okay, so for this we're going to have x squared minus 3x minus 18 equals to 0. Do you get it? Now we have what type of equation on the board? That is quadratic equation. Okay, and we can solve this quadratic equation using the factorization method. Okay, we can factorize the quadratic equation. Okay, how do we factorize? To factorize the quadratic equation, what are the two numbers that if we multiply them, we are going to have minus 18x squared, and if you add the two numbers, you are going to have minus 3x. Are you getting it? Please pay attention. It's simple. If you don't know how to factorize a quadratic equation, you can always check this channel to watch our previous class. Okay, now listen to me carefully. To factorize this quadratic equation, you have to look for two numbers such that if you take their products, you're going to have minus 18x squared, and if you add them together, you're going to have minus 3x. What are they? Plus 6x minus 3x. Okay, plus 6x minus 3x, plus 6x and minus 3x. 6x minus 3x will give us 3x, right? 6x times 3x times minus 3x will give us what? Minus 18x squared. So we cannot use this. We cannot use this. Let us interchange the sign. Let's use 3x and minus 6x. Okay, 3x minus 6x will give us minus 3x, right? Yes. And 3x times minus 6x will give us what? Minus 18x squared. So the right number, what we need is 3x and minus 6x. So I'm going to have x squared Now, the next step is that we have to replace minus 3x as 3x. We are going to replace minus 3x as plus 3x and minus 6x. You understand? Don't forget that plus 3x minus 6x will give us what? Minus 3x. So, in that case, we have to replace minus 3x as plus 3x minus 6x. Do you get it? Then minus 18. Okay? Minus 18 equals to 0. Okay? X squared. Okay, the next step is that you have to factorize. Okay? What is common to x squared and plus 3x? That is x. X into bracket x plus 3. Then, what is common to minus 6x and minus 18? That is minus 6. Okay? I'm going to have x plus 3 as well equals to 0. So x minus 6 equals to 0. X plus 3 equals to 0. X equals to 6. X equals to minus 3. Okay? Now, we are going to choose the positive value of x. Do you get it? Okay? We are going to choose the positive value of x. The positive value of x is 6. So I'm going to have x equals to 6. So the value of x is 6 or minus 3. But the positive value is what you are looking for. Now, having gotten the value of x, we are asked to find the mean mark. To get the mean mark of the applicant, we first have to determine the values of each of the applicants. For example, look at the first mark. The first mark is what? 3x plus 2. Since we got the value of x as 6, we can easily get 3x plus 2. That means 3x plus 2, please pay attention. The mark of the applicant now is this. I'm coming. Okay, the main mark of the applicant. 3x plus 2 will be 3x plus 2 will be 3 times 6 plus 2. That is what? 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. That is 20. Okay? The second one is 22, so there is no need. The second one is 22. The third one is 4x minus 2. So we have 4x minus 2. That will be what? 4 multiplied by 6 minus 2. That is 4 times 6 is 24. 24 minus 2 is 22. So this is also 22. Okay? The third applicant is 23. So we don't need that. 23. The fourth applicant is 25. So let's put it 25. The third is 5x minus 4. So 5x minus 4 will be equals to 5 multiplied by 6 minus 2. Oh, minus 4, sorry. Minus 4, okay? Minus 4. That's good. 5 times 6 is 30. Are you there? 5 times 6 is 30. 30 minus 4 is 26. So I'm going to have 26 here. That's the first one. Then we have 29, 29. Just put it. 29, 29. Then we have x squared minus 7. Okay? X squared minus 7 will be what? 6 squared minus 7. 6 squared is what? 36. 36 minus 7 is 29. Okay? So this will also be what? 29. Do you get it? Okay? Having gotten, please pay attention. I cannot find the mean mark of the applicant without substituting the value of x into the marks that I have x. Okay? And that's what I did. I substituted the value of x as 6 into anywhere I have the value of x in this marks. Do you get it? Then I obtain all these values. Do you understand what I did? Okay, now we can now progress. We can proceed to calculate the mean mark of the applicants. Do you understand? The mean mark of the applicants now will be summation x. You understand? We have to sum all their marks together. The mean mark of the applicants. Let's represent it as x bar. The mean mark of the applicants. The mean mark. X bar will be summation x. Summation x all over the total numbers of applicants. Do you get it? So x bar will be equals to 20 plus 22 plus 22 plus 23 plus 25 plus 26 plus 29 plus 29 plus 29 all over the total numbers of applicants. The total numbers of applicants is 9. So I'm going to have this all over 9. Do you get it? Okay? The mean mark will be x bar equals to, now 20 plus 22 plus 22 plus 23, okay, 20 plus 22 plus 22 plus 23 plus 25 plus 26 plus 29 plus 29 plus 29. That is 225. Okay, 225 all over, sorry, 225 all over 9. Okay, 225 divided by 9 will give us 25. Okay, so the main mark is 25. The main mark x bar equals to 25. Are you getting it? So we are getting the main mark. The last question says that if 4 of the applicants who obtained the highest score was selected, determine the pass mark. Okay, now listen to me carefully. Do you know the first applicant, the score of the first applicant is this? The first applicant, I'm coming. We want to solve that the third question now. The first applicant, this is the score of the first applicant, the second applicant, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, then we have the seventh here, we have the eighth applicant, and we have the ninth applicant. Okay, now if the first 4 applicants, let me read the question again. If 4 of the applicants who obtained the highest score was selected, okay, you know this one is high because the maximum, this one, and this one, these are the 4 that we're going to select. Okay, what is the determine the pass mark? The pass mark will be 26. The reason is simply because for applicants that didn't score up to 26, they will not be selected if 4 of the applicants that obtained the highest score were selected. Do you get it? Listen to the explanation again. If 4 of the applicants that obtained the highest mark was selected, highest score was selected, we are going to select the 9th, the 8th, the 7th, and the 6th. Do you get it? The 5th will not be selected because it doesn't reach 26. You understand? That means that the 26 will be the pass mark. Are you getting it? Pass mark differentiates those that are actually employed and those that are not employed. Do you understand? Okay, so this is the pass mark. The pass mark, let me write it. The pass mark will be 26. Okay, do you understand? That is the solution to that question. So we are done with section A of 2025 mathematics theory question. Okay, we are going to proceed to section B in our next class, and to watch the next class you can check the link in the description of this video. Okay, so that will be all for this class. See you in the next class.